Good day. Matt here, and this is day 22 of 30 days of intuitive eating, the journey of tuning into and listening to our body's natural wisdom, created by Megan McElroan with intention inspired. And today, our intention is I am present. I am present. So today, let's understand calories and portions without falling back on the diet mentality. Diving right in with our host Megan as she shares how we are approaching today's intention with presence.
Hello and welcome back to Intuitive Eating Encouraged. Today our intention is to understand more about calories and portions without falling back into the diet mentality or starting to count calories again and live by calories. I haven't brought this up yet because I wanted you to spend a week or two just really focused on your body, right? Tuning into that hunger and fullness, noticing these natural signals, slowing down around food, eating for energy, and not worrying about calories. And so hopefully doing those things, maybe you've seen some weight loss or you just feel a lot better in your body already. With all that being said, specifically for weight loss or muscle gain, let's say you're an athlete and you want to gain muscle, calories can matter a little bit. This doesn't mean you have to count them. I stopped counting calories and was able to lose 20 pounds without counting calories at all, just by listening to my internal hunger and fullness and bringing awareness to portions and calories. Because at one point when I was doing really well with intuitive eating, I was gaining weight. I couldn't figure out why. And when I just took a moment to really look at what I was eating, I realized that I was eating a full avocado a day and about a cup of trail mix and some almond butter, which is all fatty foods. Good for you, nothing wrong with these foods. I still eat them to this day, but it was the amount I was having to reach fullness was so many calories that it was backfiring and leading to me gaining weight. And so a lot of that is because it wasn't balanced. I was eating a lot of fats and not a lot of proteins and carbs. And by balancing out the meals more and having less fat on my plate, by having half an avocado instead of a full avocado, having a portion of trail mix instead of a cup of trail mix, I was able to now lose weight without cutting out foods, without saying that I was bad for having fats, and while still enjoying all the foods I like, but by bringing awareness to the calories and the portions. And so the reason I bring this up is because, we talked about the macronutrients of protein, fat, and fiber, carbohydrates. And so 1 gram of protein or carbs is 4 calories, where 1 gram of fat is 9. So you're looking at over double the calories for 1 gram of fat versus 1 gram of protein or carbs. And there's nothing wrong with this. That doesn't mean you can't just go eat all fat today if you want to. It's just about bringing awareness that fat has more calories, which usually means we need a smaller portion of fat on our plate, simply if you're trying to lose weight. You don't have to, right? Like keto diets say, cut out carbs and eat all the fat you want, right? But that's because you're trying to go to ketogenesis. You're trying to go into ketosis. You're trying to go into ketosis and burn fat that way, where that's not necessary for weight loss technically, so we don't have to take that into consideration here. But it's really about coming down to reading the label, noticing the portions, right? What is the serving size telling you? How much calories are in those servings, right? It's not about only having that one serving, right? If you're still hungry and you need seconds and that's the only food, go get more. That's okay. But we want to be aware of it. And it's not be aware of it and say, okay, I ate this, now I have to skip dinner, right? That's calorie counting to the extreme and micromanaging. It's more I'm going to listen to hunger and fullness over everything else while bringing awareness to reading labels, understanding the food I'm eating and how it's affecting my body and the right portions to have of these foods. And there's no right portion, but more what's a serving size based off the package it's coming in, and can I start there, right? Just start there. Start with that serving size. You can always get more. And that I found to be the key for me to eat intuitively and lose weight, was to be aware of these calories without micromanaging them or tying my self-worth to them and thinking I had to live by the calories and ignore my hunger and fullness. Being aware of portions while always letting my hunger and fullness be the guideline of when to eat and when to stop eating. And so I want you to consider that calories are not bad. All that calories are is a form of energy, right? A kcal is the form of energy our body needs to survive. Just like putting gas in your car is what your car needs to get you to where you want to go. And if you don't have gas in it, you can't go anywhere, right? So your body needs a certain amount of calories every single day just to live, just to function, just for you to be able to keep breathing, for your heart to keep beating, for your body to be able to digest food and urinate and do all these things. Your body needs calories to do all those things, right? And so you have a resting metabolic rate of maybe like 1,300 or 1,500 calories a day. That's what you need to eat just to live. Just to live. That's it. Just to sit in this chair and live, I need 1,300 calories a day. Anything else might be a little bit too much. It might cause weight gain, but we don't have to worry about that, because if I listen to my body and do what my body's telling me when I'm hungry and when I'm full and I'm eating nutrient-dense foods and eating for energy, and then occasionally having those sweets and processed sugars and the foods I love, but they're not like the main parts of my meals anymore, which they were, then I can see weight loss. And I can do that without having to focus on calories so much in portions. We want to bring awareness to calories and understand the importance of them and why they matter along with portions, but not let them be the deciding factor of whether or not I'm going to eat more for the day, and instead let your hunger and fullness be that deciding factor. And that's it. So that's your lesson today on calories and portions without falling back into the diet mentality. If you have questions, if you're not ready to let go of calorie counting and it scares you and you want more guidance on that, please comment below this video and I'll pop in and give you some feedback and answer your questions. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.
Really is all perspective, huh? Thank you, Megan, so much for this another delicious approach into looking to our bodies, into listening to our intuition, cultivating that. There's so many different ways to cultivate that. It's awesome. While I do feel like we're kind of like approaching the same thing, I mean, intuitive eating, listening to the body, cultivating that intuition, each day is just like a refreshing, different way to do that. And so it helps embody it. Like intuitive eating is very straightforward, intellectual understanding. But as far as like implementing it and living by that a little more naturally, that's what I feel like these just daily sessions help so much with. Just 10 minutes each day, chunk, different perspective, and you kind of get to ripple that out throughout the day of just like whatever really stuck out. So helpful, so powerful. So thank you for joining us on this journey. I so appreciate your presence in doing this with us. It would not be the same without you. Truly. Okay, let's dive into our healthy habit for the week. This week's healthy habit is to get enough sleep. Rest. What do you need to do to adapt perhaps your night routine so that you are able to enter into your sleep a little more prepped and primed to get a good night's sleep? Today's wise words are from Malachi McCourt, who said, "If you have 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the future, you're missing on the present." It's actually pissing. You're pissing on the present. Oh, that's good. All right, today's journal prompt. Get your journal on out and journal on this question. How do you see calories and portions differently now? And whether you've been from the beginning of this journey, or maybe it's just this session. Maybe there was something that helped you have like a slight attitude adjustment towards calories or portion sizes. So go ahead and hit pause and give yourself a moment to journal on this. So for me, since the beginning of this 30-day journey, I view calories and portion sizes with a lot less worry. While I'm still curious, I hold each much lighter so they don't distract from or override what my body might be saying. Because I really, really do trust my body a lot more now, and I'm inspired to let my body be the go-to source for food and what I should eat and how much. And yeah, because oh man, I can geek out for sure and get super heady, and it's fun, and perhaps also informs the body in a sense and builds that intuition. Just getting curious on okay, macronutrient ratios, fat, calories, and protein, and like how like predominantly fat might affect my body versus protein, and just tracking that, while also understanding that the body is always changing, and to be more in touch with my body and allow those natural changes to occur. I can also allow my eating habits to follow those changes in a much healthier way. And our last inspiration of the day is our micro challenge, which is, what is one thing that you can do today that helps you connect more with your food? You know, we used to do this a lot growing up, but I don't do it as much anymore unless there's like a big family gathering. But pray, gratitude, a moment of pause to appreciate the food that I'm about to eat. I think certainly there's so much to that. So that's what I'm going to challenge myself to do today, is to like just say a blessing over the food that I'm about to eat, and let that connect me more with the experience. And that wraps up today's intentional session on being present. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining. Tomorrow, our intention is I am creative. Ooh, yeah, into it. Looking forward to seeing what that entails. Until then, peace, love, presence into your day. Bye-bye.